with us here today for a very special announcement. I'm not going to say too much, but I'd like to welcome everyone here to the Fort Laurier Museum. It's a beautiful day, and I think we have some very special things to talk about. So without further ado, I'd like to just invite the Honourable Minister Bergen to come up and say a few words, please.
Hi. Are you having a good day at the museum? That's good. Is it summer camp? Nice. Well, that's kind of great, isn't it? So we didn't even order a beautiful group of children, and they're in the background, and they're counselors. Thanks for doing that. Very, very good to be here. I'm going to put my sunglasses on because it's pretty bright. Very, very happy to be here today on behalf of my colleague, Minister Michelle Rempel, who's the Minister for Western Economic Diversification. And I do want to just mention a couple of people who have joined us. Our MLA, your MLA, Ian Wishart, is here. Thanks for being here. The Reeve for the arm of Portage, Cam Blight, is here. And I think we're going to be hearing from Your Worship, Irving Ferris, the Mayor of Portage. He's going to be speaking. And we've got a councillor as well, Terry, Simpson, is here. And thank you all. Oh, sorry, that's these pages on the mic. Thank you all for being here. I know that there are some board members here as well. It's really an exciting day. I just came from LaSalle, where I made an announcement in conjunction and under the same program that I'm going to be announcing here today. And it's really a good thing to be able to go to different communities as your federal representative and to be able to announce much needed support for what the good work that you do here in our towns and our cities and in our municipalities. And I know that municipalities play such an important role in our communities. So I'm very happy that I'm going to be able to make a good announcement for us all today. As you know, the government's top priority is the economy. We came through the recession in 2008. Our focus was on creating jobs, lowering taxes, and doing it all while returning to balanced budgets. And we were very happy that we've been able to do that, even in some continuing economic uncertainty. Our government has made infrastructure improvements a key part of our plan to create growth, jobs, and long-term prosperity for Canadians. This is pretty high. Maybe I should go on my tippy toes. Through the creation of the Canada 150 Community Infrastructure Program, we're providing significant support for projects that benefit our communities from coast to coast to coast. And we're also getting ready to celebrate our 150th birthday, Canada's 150th birthday in 2017. So that's why I'm very pleased to be able to announce, under the Canada 150 program and in line with our support for communities, as I said, I just came from LaSalle and Oak Bluff, and we're going to be providing them $215,000 to be expanding the pathways that they have in their community. And I'm here to announce additional funding for the riding of Portage-Lisgar. $330,000 will be provided under the Canada 150 Community Infrastructure Program to 7 important projects here in Portage la Prairie and surrounding areas in the riding of Portage-Lisgar. So the first one that I want to announce, and I'm very, very excited, is right here at Fort Lorraine. We're going to be providing $150,000 to help with the renovations and just sort of the facelift that's going to be going on. And I think Tracy might talk a little bit about that. Maybe Mayor Ferris, you might want to talk about what you're going to be doing here. So of that $330,000, $150,000 will be right here at Fort Lorraine. And you know, I had got an email from Brian Pallister, your former member of Parliament and the leader of the PC Party, and he wanted me to mention, because this is a very important place for him. Apparently, his very first job was here at Fort Lorraine, so he was really excited and wanted to congratulate you as well. So $150,000 for Fort Lorraine. We're also going to be providing $60,000 to replace the playground equipment at Kinsman Hall Park. My ankles can't do that anymore. We're also going to be providing $8,000 to restore the City Hall bell. So a number of projects right here in Portage la Prairie. Then in Rathwell, we'll be replacing the floor at the Green Prairie Lodge. In Treeherne, we'll be rehabilitating the washroom facility at the Cottonwood Park. We're renovating the community hall in Somerset, and we're also going to be helping by replacing a heat pump at the Swan Lake Rec Center. So these are really worthy projects. They're going to help make the community better. They're going to improve the infrastructure. And I think here in Fort Lorraine, having this facelift is just such an appropriate way to celebrate Canada's 150. I can't think of a better way. So thank you so much for a great application. You I know it's sort of short notice, and a lot of you had to get those some of you are laughing a little too hard on that one. But you did it. You got your applications in, and we were able to approve these fantastic projects. So congratulations, and thank you so much for hosting us, for putting this together at such a short notice. Thank you for that. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Minister Bergen. This Canada 150 initiative is really indicative of the government's commitment to the preservation of our heritage, and I can't think of a more appropriate place to look at an injection of funds. Just to tell you a little bit about what the fund is going to be doing here, we're really excited. This 5-acre site established in 1967, so when Canada turns 150, Fort La Prairie Museum is turning 50, so that's pretty exciting. It's an amazing anniversary. The fund is going to be dispersed amongst the site, repairing roofs, doing a lot of infrastructure renewal. We'll be repairing windowsills. The log structures will be straightened and rechinked, and a lot of new and conserved window frames. We'll be doing washroom renewals so that we have accessible washrooms for folks with disabilities and limited motion and things. So all the applications of the funds, and also dealing with some drainage issues, eavesdropping. So real essential things that need to be addressed here, and we're just so pleased to have this partnership. Of course, this is really indicative of a great partnership between the federal government, the civic government of Portage la Prairie, and the municipality of Portage la Prairie, and we're really delighted. I know I wanted to say also, you know, along with this fund being helping to preserve the culture and heritage of Canada on a site like this, it also has a lot of economic impact. This will, you know, play into creating jobs here, also supporting local businesses, and of course, you know, work towards preserving this site for generations to come to enjoy learning about Canada's history, and we're just so delighted to be the recipient of this today. So just thank you so much. And I'd now like to take this opportunity to introduce Mayor Irvin Ferris to say a few words.
Thank you, Tracy. Honored guests, members of the Board of Directors, and the community at large. I had the privilege for about a year to work with the Board of Directors, and Tracy had just come on stream after that, and I could tell you the enthusiasm, the energy, and the leadership that she shows. The money provided through this partnership will be put to very, very good use to preserve not only our local history, there's some history right there. Not only to preserve our own local history, but this is also, as Tracy mentioned, an economic development opportunity. We know that this is a driver of tourism more and more. We are attracting larger events here thanks to the Board of Directors and to Tracy. We also know that the numbers for visitors have been increasing every year for the last 2 to 3 years. So this is a site that's going to be used more and more in the future. The money will be very, very well spent. I know Candice was looking over at me when she was talking about the turnaround time. Tracy did a lot of the work, so did our 2 respective CEOs on putting together the application. I know it's a short deadline, but we appreciate hearing back so quickly. That's also very, very nice. And I want to briefly mention the other 2 projects that Portage will benefit from, and that's the playground equipment at the replacement at Prosvita Park. This is in our north end. It's very, very well used. There are a lot of kids that this is their main leisure activity centers, so we do appreciate the support on that and the partnership on that. That's great. Our City Hall bell is also a feature that a lot of people ask me about over the last 4 or 5 years. This is part of our history, so it'd be very nice to get that ringing again 3 or 4 times a year. So on behalf of the citizens and the Council of the City of Portage la Prairie, I want to thank you, Candice, very, very much, and I want to thank you, Reeve Blight, for your ongoing partnerships. Thank you very much.
Well, we're delighted to have had this great weather and such a beautiful day to have great news like this. I'd like to thank you all so much for coming today. It was a great opportunity to have so many distinguished guests here today. Thank you, Minister Bergen, for being here and offering us this great news for Portage and the area and for the Fort Laurier Museum. So thank you so much for coming and enjoy the rest of your day.